Good Friday morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for a small towns breakdown. That's what I've decided I am going to call this segment that we like to do on Friday mornings, just discussing this week's small town story and what we were up to. Thanks so much for joining us. Emerson Lehman here at the WBAY Digital News Desk this morning. Time now 8:14 about. So we're going to be checking in with Chief Meteorologist Steve Balon at 8:30. So we got a few minutes here. Just wanted to jump on. I'm solo today. Photojournalist Shane Fitzsimmons is working a later shift. Actually, we're going to be doing another small town shoot. So we'll have more on that coming up in the next few weeks. But just wanted to jump on with you all, talk a little bit about this week's episode that was in Porterfield. So it was a lot of fun. We went up to the Thomas Wiedemeyer Sawmill in Porterfield, and as we all learn in life, we learn new opportunities here, and I learned how to use video on our digital news desk. So we're going to watch this week's episode and then share a few final thoughts about it for those of you who maybe didn't get a chance to tune in last night. If you did, please let me know in the comment section, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, what you thought of the story, if you have any ideas for new stories. And you can also check the comments section there. I just posted our WBAY.com small towns link. It's not just for this story, but it's a tab for all of the small towns stories that we have shared with you over the last year that Shane and I have been doing it, and the stories that we'll continue to keep sharing with you. So we will take a look at this week's story from Porterfield, and then we'll see you all in about 3.5 minutes here. Enjoy.
In rural Marinette County,
we're located in Porterfield on the corner of W and Riverview Road.
the boss is ready for another day on the job.
We are sitting in the office of Thomas Wiedemeyer Sawmill.
Woodworking has been in Tom Wiedemeyer's family for generations.
My grandfather was an inventor and a blacksmith. About 1915, 1916, he started building sawmills and selling them to people. And so my father got into the business of custom sawing. In 1965, he put the sawmill here.
Tom grew up working at the mill.
I had 4 older sisters, and we all worked in the mill. That was just part of it. In the summers, when you weren't going to school, you worked out here.
And in 1988, after the death of his mother, it was Tom's turn to step up and take on the family business.
When my father made that decision, I didn't want it to go away. It's been going on for so many years, and it's always been, all we know how to do is make sawdust. So I said, I want to keep it going.
Faced with a small number of customers and aging equipment, Tom and his wife Sue took a chance, taking out a loan to expand the business.
One mill wouldn't do it for us, so we added on another one. We just kept, growing bigger and bigger, but the biggest challenge in the beginning was just enough to make the payment.
Eventually, the business grew into what it is today. The mill shipping wooden stakes across the Midwest and providing mulch for customers across northeast Wisconsin.
We have customers coming from Green Bay and from Niagara. They've really been good to us, and we try and treat them fairly, and it's been good.
Good business using all resources available, right down to the sawdust.
We like to utilize the whole log from start to finish. We buy our logs. They're brought in by a lot of different loggers in Marinette, Florence, Oconto counties. And then we use it all. We grind up the slabs for mulch, and the center of the logs go for our stakes or for pallet lumber. It's good revenue for Marinette County.
Sue has been by her husband's side every step of the way, helping at the mill and raising their children.
They all had something to do with the mill at one point or another.
Soon, her son Troy will have a much bigger role at the sawmill, taking over for Mom and Dad.
My heart's in it. I grew up here, and I've been digging in the sawdust my entire life.
With over 30 years' experience, he's a natural choice to carry on the tradition.
I spent a lot of time with my grandfather in the saw booth out there. I spent a lot of time with my dad in the saw booth. It's helped and helped me grow as an employee and as a leader out here as well.
One making Mom and Dad proud.
I have a picture of Troy when he was, I think, 5 in one of the semis, and I look at it quite often, and it's cute because now he's, gosh, I think Troy is, 35, 36. When he was little, his grounding was he couldn't go to the sawmill with Dad.
I'd like him to take it over, and I can work for him, and I'm very proud of him. Yeah, he's a good kid.
And while his dedication to the family profession is solid, one question still remains.
Is it going to be the Troy Wiedemeyer sawmill? Is that going to be the official name?
I guess probably. We didn't really talk that part over yet. I would guess that'll probably work out that way.
Reporting in Porterfield with photojournalist Shane Fitzsimmons.
It's a close-knit community. It's not a big town, and I don't know, I'm glad we're out here.
I'm Emerson Lehman for Small Towns.
A big thank you to the Wiedemeyer family for sharing their story with us. So much fun. Shane and I talked a little bit about it on the way back from Porterfield. We spent a lot of time in the car together chatting, and just to experience the behind the scenes, to see what happens at a sawmill. I had never been to one before, so it was a pretty cool experience there. Really fun to learn about their history, their passion for the business, and really their passion to do things the right way. As you heard Tom talk a little bit about making sure they're using every piece of the log, from log to sawdust. They're using every piece of wood that they can. A little bit more about that company. They do a lot with construction company, shipping wooden stakes around the Midwest, and then of course their mulch, a favorite for folks really across Northeast Wisconsin. They said they have people traveling from the UP all the way from down in Green Bay and the Appleton area all to get their mulch. So just a very cool family business taking place there. And I'm going to show that photo again right here. As you can see, that just shows the importance of the family right there, seeing all of them being a part of it. So a lot of fun to chat with the Wiedemeyer family. Really grateful to them for reaching out to us with a story, and that's what we want to encourage all of you to do as well. If you have a story yourself that you think might be interesting to have featured on Small Towns, please reach out to us. If you know someone that maybe, hey, they have something really cool, you can also reach out to us. Just get the ball rolling in that sense. That's how we find most of these stories, is from tips from people like you at home who appreciate the series and enjoy watching the series, and share that information with us, and it helps us continue to be able to bring you these fun and interactive and just unique stories each and every week, something that I'm very proud to do. I know Shane is very proud to do as well. He texted me, he's watching right now. So hello to Shane back home, and just hoping that you all have a wonderful Friday. Please, again, keep sending those story ideas in. Cheer on the Pack this weekend as well. Go Pack Go. And again, Chief Meteorologist Steve Balin's going to be jumping on here in about 10 minutes with a look at your Friday forecast and what you can expect for the weekend. We'll take a live look at Shawano. Haven't done Small Towns in Shawano yet. So if you're in Shawano watching this morning and you have an idea, please reach out so you can follow along on the WBAY Small Towns Facebook page. You can message me directly at Emerson Lehman, and we can get out there and share your small town story. Make it a great Friday, everybody. We'll see you next week.